Geeks in Malaysia.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Geeks in Malaysia. I'm
Hi,
Amelia
Late
Chen.
Dorian.
And I'm Carl and Baha. Shit, I shouldn't have had this sip of my Ribena.
Good old
Ribena!
I love the bug.
Ah. Oh, yes. We found this in cash converters.
What?
Because we're like, it's a giant mug for 2 ringgit. We're getting it.
Hey,
Yeah,
that's
oh,
a-
duh. And then, like, I mean, that's really a nostalgic, like, kind of
Yeah.
design, right?
Do you think this is a pint? Nah.
No, it actually
A
might
can? 650
Be. It
mils?
actually
Or is it a
might.
pint?
kind of looks like a pint. Could
Yeah,
be.
actually,
No.
maybe a 3/4 pint.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Because I wouldn't say it would be a half pint.
No, it's definitely
Yeah.
not a
No,
half
no, no.
pint.
Yes.
So, today we are still socially distant.
As
Nick is socially ill.
yeah, I mean, okay, my illness is okay. It's just the meds are kicking my ass. Like they've given me a bunch of muscle relaxants. So last night they gave me that sort of IV drip medicine thing, and they gave me a strong ass dose of muscle relaxant, and it's still making my body all kinds of weak, drowsy shit.
Muscle relaxant for diarrhea?
Because my stomach,
Food
yeah,
poisoning?
it was very crampy and all that, and it was very, very, yeah, my
Oh.
abdomen was quite painful. So they were like, "Hey, take this."
But
Okay.
like so right, I mean, like, we're still in the time of COVID right now, so like how was the experience of going to the hospital for a non-COVID related
It was-
thing?
Good
Eerie.
question.
Like it was because it was about 8 something at night, so we went to the emergency room side, and it was empty.
You went to a private or government hospital?
Private hospital because it was the nearest one.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
empty, like a ghost town empty. Like it's so strange. Like it was deadly quiet.
Did at the entrance did they segregate like between the COVID cases? Were they servicing COVID cases or were they just
No,
doing
They were doing
non-COVID
non-COVID cases. Yeah.
So like no COVID patients were going to that hospital.
No, I
as
as
far
far-
as you know, there was no.
yeah.
like,
As far as I know, I don't think they were handling COVID patients. Yeah.
It was kind of the same when my brother chopped the tip of his finger off as well. Because even though there was CMCO, it was still a ghost town. And that was a private hospital, and like one person working the emergency room, which I was like, but the COVID stuff was because I think they were doing testing. It was like not even in the building,
Okay.
so it's in the car.
Yeah,
park
like this
somewhere.
one also, the COVID testing's in the car park, but I mean, it was at night, so it was all closed up already, but there was a tent outside with like a table, a bunch of chairs and stuff. So that was all done outside of the hospital in the car park. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. So you were saying that it was a ghost town and you went in and then like
Yeah, and it was
so how
really
was-
quick process because there was no one else there. It was just me, one doctor, 3 nurses, and 2 administrative people. Yeah.
Okay.
So not as bad as your experience, Kai, with just one person.
Dude, the fucking doctor came in his like regular like home clothes.
you probably just came from home.
Yeah, literally. Because I think it's like, don't be around the hospital unless we need you. Because he's like a specialist for sewing bits onto other bits. So it's like, we don't need you here all the time. Just go home. When someone needs their bits sewn back together, come in.
We'll beep your pager. I wonder if they still have pagers.
Oh my god.
I remember back in the day, they still used pages because mobile phones interrupted with the equipment.
That is true. And I would also
So I-
think like a pager would be more efficient. Like you don't have to worry about Wi-Fi and data. So like any emergency, even if you're out of range or something, you'll still get.
Yeah.
No, but pagers still have a range, don't they?
No.
Really? How do I need
Pages work by going to, the pager sends a signal to, what do you call it? Whichever service it is, and then the service sends a signal back to the other person's pager.
but there's still a signal to be sent wirelessly.
Oh, no, okay. Sorry. Because when you want to page someone, you call.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're right?
Yes.
So that's just a regular phone line. and then the signal to go to a pager is what do you call it? That signal's still around. People still there's still a use for pages because I was wondering that as well because I used to have a pager, and I wish I still had it so I could try and get someone to send me a message to see if
We
they
can use
still
it in the
have
movie. I mean, that's always me. But
Yeah, I hate to say it, I never had a pager.
My pager sucked because the vibrate setting was so weedy, so I never knew when someone paged me. I'd take out and fucking the most annoying, like when the message just called me, and I'm like, "Who sent this?"
Okay. Before we start, there was something I wanted to bring up last week that I forgot to bring up. But a few people have commented on our videos, which I wanted to bring up and stuff. Apparently, people loved our setup last week, and they also loved the idea of smooth my balls.
I don't. As the asexual in this trio, I do not.
As the one without balls, physical balls, she has metaphysical balls by the wazoo, but physical balls, she does not have them. And
As also an asexual person, I'm not sex averse, but I'm like I don't need. But it's fine.
but look, I'm sure even as a woman, you agree that grooming the undercarriage is a vital part of life.
Yes, that is also true, especially before a beach holiday. For the love of God, don't wear speedos.
And for men, like I think women learn more from other women and mothers or whatever about the importance of grooming down
Not
there.
mothers. No, that'd be
Okay,
so
maybe not
weird. That would
mothers.
be super weird.
Yeah, but for men, like men don't talk about this shit
No.
with other men.
Men need to talk about, but then overall,
Yeah,
men
so
kind
we,
of need to talk to other men about everything.
So we just kind of go in the toilet with a pair of scissors
Yeah.
and see what happens. And I have, in the early days, I've injured myself in the region.
But now with smooth my
not fun.
balls, you'd have no worries at all about scissors.
It'd be fucked up if we actually do the smooth my balls thing, and then we're like, it doesn't work. I'm bleeding from my crotch every day.
Ow!
I do not want to go through that
I
pain.
mean, there's a reason why being kicked in the balls is painful.
Yeah.
Look, I've almost cut my dick
the
off.
fuck?
Okay.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
an overshare.
yeah.
By the way. Would you care to elaborate? You don't
How?
need to.
I wanted things to move quicker, so I wasn't being as careful. And yeah, if I was using the full force and the scissors were sharp enough, I may have half a dick.
Good lord.
This is why we need to talk to each other about such things.
But speaking of Kai sharing stories, from
His hard segues, I love it.
from a MCO Random Part 1 episode, Shibabul, username Shibabul, said that your goofy story was gold.
Oh,
Yeah.
the goofy story? Yeah. Fuck that guy. Fucking
And
goofy.
also Ganesh Tirumaran said that he's been listening to us since he was 18.
Oh my god.
So I replied, like, how old are you now? But he hasn't replied that. So, like if he's been, like, OGs...
It's really scary.
No, it was best like, I mean, listening since you're 18. How old are
He's
you?
only 20.
19.
That's why I want to know, like, how old are you now? If he's 18 and it's now, like, what, 26 or 27, I'll be like, oh, shit.
Oh, boy.
But, yeah.
Oh, wait. Is that Goofy? No, it's not.
No,
it's
it's
not.
It's
Is it Gromit?
yeah. It's not Goofy. Don't worry.
I'm
If it
surprised.
wasn't for Pauly Shaw, I wouldn't even watch the Goofy movie.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised I can recognize Gromit.
I miss Wallace and Gromit.
No,
Are they done? Like,
They're not
That's
done. I don't think...
There's still
Yeah, Wallace and Gromit will never be done, I think, according to Artman. It's just, there are a few shorts here and there, but there's never been an actual, like, full-length thing.
last episode where they're like, "Goodbye, Gromit," and then he takes him out to the field and shoots him.
I mean, I also think they're doing. Are they still doing Shaun the Sheep?
Okay,
you know,
still-
I think Shaun the Sheep.
Yeah,
is
they're
still
still
a thing.
doing Shaun the Sheep, and right now they're working on Chicken Run 2, so that's their primary focus at this point.
With Mel Gibson.
That one is unknown. point.
Unknown quantity.
Yeah.
Mm.
I did not realize how similar his son looks to him. Yeah, Mel
Mel
Gibson's son is almost a
and his
carbon
son?
copy of him. I find it. Yeah.
Really?
I will Google it now.
Mel Gibson's son.
Son. Oh Jesus, his name is Milo.
Mel Gibson.
Milo Gibson. So when he comes to Malaysia, everyone's gonna call him Milo.
Yeah.
Wait, there's a William Gibson.
No, but I mean, look at him.
Yeah.
Does that not remind you of his dad?
No,
No.
No,
not
that
at
does
all.
not no, that is a bad
Okay.
photo. But who is Christian Gibson? Christian Gibson reminds me of Gerard Butler.
Christian Gibson is the one that's really religious.
Oh, really? You walk right into that.
Walk right into that.
Walk right into that.
You were honestly like,
No, but William Gibson, the one that I'm seeing right now, he looks like Mad Max. Like he looks like Mad Max, like Mel.
isn't William Gibson the author of Neuromancer?
Neuromancer, yes.
Oh.
But they're not the same person
Okay,
because
okay.
he's too young to
Okay,
be that
okay.
William Gibson.
I thought you were actually looking up William Gibson, the author. Going,
No,
is that his
but
son?
he has a son. He has a son called William.
That's a bit obvious, isn't it? Calling your son William when you're Gibson.
It's Mel Gibson.
I would, if my
know.
surname was Gibson, my first son would be called Les Paul,
Oh, God.
and my second son will be called Epiphone by Gibson.
That poor child.
Guitar nerds will get
Poor
that joke.
child. But
Oh, that'd be terrible. Everyone will make fun of him. Like, oh, you're cheaper than your big brother.
that is some fucked up shit right there, man. That is some fucked up shit right there. It's cold.
Yeah.
But it'll be a good joke for at least
you.
6 months.
I mean, no, knowing kids, it'll always be a good joke. I mean, you know what I mean? Like they find something and they never let
Uh-huh.
go.
Oh, come on. It'll be fine. Kids don't bully anymore.
Yeah, they. What the fuck?
No, they bully in the worst possible way. They bully on the internet, and it's forever.
Yeah, actually, bullying has gotten worse now because of the internet.
Cyberbullying is forever, guys. Like, can we, like, I don't understand how people don't. The internet
sorry,
is
but-
forever.
No, see, okay. It is, the internet is forever, but the timeline keeps moving. Whereas, if you're being called to your face, your name's Epiphone, you're cheaper than your brother. Like, in school, you're going to remember that shit. Okay? I still remember the fucking assholes that used to call me a fucking gook.
Why?
You
Yeah.
live in East Asia?
Because they didn't know what a Malaysian was. So it's just, I was called Gook, Charlie Chan. What else? Slope.
What the
Flat face.
Jesus?
Nip. Chink.
Good lord.
Ta-na-na-na-nang-nang-nang-nang. Yeah, a whole
Of
bunch.
course. All the racial slurs. Would
They wouldn't
actually
give
you're
me-
Samoan.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they wouldn't pull any of the Muslim jokes because they're like, I'm not brown enough. We're going to reserve that for the Pakis. I'm like, fuck's sake.
Oh, but
Public school education. Jolly good.
But speaking of timelines, like you were saying just now about like it stays in the timeline, we're going to be talking about Loki today.
Yay!
I was so excited
Segue.
when you said the timeline. I'm like, perfect. Yes. But as of the time
Yes.
of recording, we have watched the first 3 episodes of Loki because we're recording this on a Tuesday.
Yes.
4th episode tomorrow.
And a mid-season trailer has popped up
Yes,
as well.
which is half
Which I have not
half
seen.
is of what has happened and half is of what is to come.
Which I have
With
not
absolutely no context, so you can't really figure out
Of
anything.
course. So like watch or don't watch also like
Okay. Now I feel like I want to watch it because I'm like, challenge accepted.
Because it's just a bunch of random images that don't make sense, but they look cool. And you're like,
I see.
where the fuck? He's up there?
Are they
There's
all-
a thing? It's a what's it? It's a doodah. Huh?
But fan theory. Fan theory is going to be up the wazoo
Yeah.
for this. Like there, I'm sure there are, which I have not even like, because I don't. I'm like, I don't need your fan theories. Like,
Ooh, before we move to Loki, though, gotta mention one fan theory that's been popping up with the new Shang-Chi trailer.
What is this? Because I was at.
I mean, generally I don't like fan trailers, but like when it comes to Shang-Chi,
Because I thought about it as well in the one shot where he's going to like some mystical fight club, and what's happening in the background really does look like Abomination fighting. What was Doctor Strange's?
I thought that was
Wong.
confirmed that it is the Abomination fighting Wong.
Is it confirmed?
It's everywhere. Yeah, it's everywhere. It's like, oh, how does the Abomination fit into the Shang-Chi universe, and does this tie into what do you call it, Doctor Strange? Because it's very clearly Wong, and it's very clearly Abomination.
Last we saw Abomination, he was arrested.
Well,
By the
maybe he
military.
served his time, and
which is the abomination?
Served his time.
Which is the abomination? What was this?
Edward Norton Hulk, Tim Roth.
Right.
Remember Tim Roth's like, I want to be better.
Can't remember.
I don't know why I'm in the U.S. Army, but I want to be better.
I can't remember, but right.
yeah, well, I mean,
Inject me, and I'll be better.
well, the Abomination could have come out.
It's like, why is this Cockney here?
But wait, isn't Tim Roth like tiny? But is that whole
Yeah, that's why he wanted to be better and bigger.
Well, there could be a case of
And for some reason, when he became Abomination, he wasn't Cockney anymore. He was like, I'm Abomination.
well, I mean, Abomination could come back. There's always a possibility that other Marvel superheroes or villains can always come back, even if they're dead.
I'm hoping because of all this variant shit that Edward Norton comes back.
Ooh. But would he though? Would he?
You know? I mean, there was an interview where they asked, and he was like, hey, it's all the beef he had before is water under the bridge, and he wouldn't mind playing in that sandbox again.
Okay. But one other theory that other people this one is slightly less out there at the moment. No one's really talking much about this, but there has been a few fan theories of when Shang-Chi was under the water and there was a dragon. What the fuck is with my webcam today?
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Oof.
People are saying that could have been Fing Fang Foom.
Did he have purple shorts?
Maybe it's a purple underbelly, you know?
Smart, yes.
No. If you're going to do Fin Fang Foom,
Purple
I want
shorts.
purple shorts, and then I want the next wave plane to go past.
And
I swear, why hasn't... Oh my god, that should be on the fucking
What?
series. Maybe not on Disney Plus, maybe on Hulu, because they do
Next
go
Wave?
out there. Fucking next wave.
I don't... Actually, you know what? After MODOK, they could have done the next wave if they wanted to.
Yeah. It's just... So then we can finally know who Captain Censored Word is.
I think we still wouldn't know. I mean, that's the whole charm of him.
Well, they're just going to keep bleeping it.
Yep. Yep.
No, I want to see a Machine Man just saying fleshy humans. And I want him played by Alan Tudyk.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes.
We all like odd characters played by Alan Tudyk.
Because, Monica Rambeau is in fucking WandaVision.
That's true, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, we'll see.
But
But
anyway-
one last fan theory, though, is Tony Leung's drinking from the Fountain of Youth. Because the man does not age.
No.
He's just Asian!
He's just
He's
Asian.
59, but he still looks like he's 40. I'm sorry. When I saw the clip of like, don't talk to me like that, boy. I'm like, you don't look like his dad. You're like his older brother.
Yes,
no,
he does.
No.
He's Asian.
He's Asian.
Chinese
and he colors
people-
his hair.
After Chinese people hit 30, they look the same age, and then at some point at 75, they get the white Tanglong mustache.
Everything catches up to them. It's like, boom.
And all the hair comes out. Like Chow Yun Fat.
Yeah.
You're like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, but Chow Yun Fat's healthy and happy and running every day.
Climbing
Going back to that dragon, I actually thought that was, like, when me and Eva were watching it, we were like, is that the dragon that the immortal Iron Fist Danny Rand punched in the heart?
Shit. No, I don't want it to be that dragon. I want it to be Fing Fang Foom.
I want them to at least mention Iron Fist. Like, what about that time you let a white boy be the Iron Fist? We don't talk about that.
People are wondering whether there's going to be any references to Iron Fist at all. Because, I mean, like...
I mean, it's in the wheelhouse. It's in the general vicinity.
Right? Because come on, Iron Fist ended with Daddy ran with Iron Fist guns, and I'm like, I'd watch that.
I would.
Yeah,
I'd
no,
watch that.
no.
I mean, I love
You know?
Finn. Like,
He channeled his chi through the guns. I'm like, yes.
it's like so it's like what do you call equilibrium? Like gun kata after this.
Yes. Equilibrium.
Oh,
I'm
Jesus.
sorry.
That movie
Ah,
is
the-
dope.
Was it 2000s?
Early
Early
2000s,
2000s.
And then he made Ultraviolet,
Oh,
which was
oh
shit.
my god, yeah.
I mean, it's pretty.
That's about it.
Oh, watch it now. That CGI did not hold up. It is the weirdest physics ever.
But coming back to something that's visually a lot more stunning than than that, Loki.
Yes.
Yes, we have the first 3 episodes of Loki. This week we'll have the 4th.
We're in the mid-season.
Okay. First off with Loki. I just
Spoilers!
gotta-
Spoilers up the wazoo.
Oh,
Duh.
yeah, spoilers, yeah.
Duh.
Even though Instagram spoiled the shit out of it anyway, but fuck it, spoilers.
Did they?
But they just do. I love the art
Oh, it is
direction.
beautiful.
Holy shit! I want every set. I want every prop in every set in the time variance area, whatever the fuck it's called.
Authority.
Time variant authority.
Authority. I want it. I want the lift. I want the typewriters. I want the bell that goes ding. I want all of it. And the shirts.
Oh yeah.
The non-collar, the collar that's stitched into the shirt that goes to your armpits. We're like, ooh.
What? What?
Look at Loki's shirt. We noticed it in the 3rd episode. There's some unique future tailoring there. Amelia, I want you to make me that shirt.
No, you can. I'm sure you can buy it on Etsy by now.
But actually,
I
did
don't
you
think
know
so.
that
Yes, you can. You
the
will. You will be able
the
to.
TVA, you know, the lifts and everything, that is an actual place, you know. It
What do you mean?
But they'd have to make that front panel because no lift had those numbers.
But it's just a
yeah,
panel.
no, but the actual huge the layers and stuff like that, the lift coming down, that's actually the Atlanta Marriott. It's been showcased in a number of films and stuff.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh.
The second I saw it,
You're
like
like,
in the
it's
wide
that.
shot, all I could think of was what was it called? We used to watch videos, Dragon Con.
Oh yeah.
You know, except there's no cosplayers partying there, but it's very obviously that
Yeah.
lift.
Dragon Con.
I know, right?
We missed your Sneaky Zebra. Is it Sneaky Zebra? There's Sneaky Zebra.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sneaky Zebra.
We missed your Sneaky Zebra.
But yes,
But Loki
Yeah.
right now,
I just needed to get that.
it's beautifully stunning. It's especially the 3rd episode where they go onto that planet wherever they are. I mean,
Oh, Planet
Yeah.
Purple Rain
Lamentis.
beautiful.
1.
Lamentis 1. Yeah. They didn't use Mandalorian technology for that,
No.
right? It's
Okay, Eva actually recognized the set for that one shot, that the 3rd act of that 3rd episode where they're just fighting everyone. It's a single camera, like following them with no cuts.
in the
She was like-
in the train.
No, like the last bit before when they're like, oh fuck, we're stuck here. They're fighting everyone, trying to get onto the ship in that town where
Right.
the ship would fly off.
Right.
And then Eva was like, I know this set. And then she was like, it's the Altered Carbon set. They redressed it a bit, but it's the Altered Carbon set.
Really?
Because
Oh,
it's
I
a
need to watch it
physical
again.
set. Watching it, I'm like, no, you can't Mandalorian this if they're moving this way and going
Yeah.
through that. This is a set.
Yeah.
But why would you build a set for one episode that big? And this is the Mandalorian set. I mean, Altered Carbon
Altered
set.
Carbon
I was
set.
like, oh.
Altered Carbon, like season 1.
I don't know which season. I don't
Me
watch
too.
Altered
So I'm
Carbon.
like, okay.
Why do you not watch Altered Carbon?
I don't watch a lot of shit.
Okay.
I rewatched Swingers last night.
Okay. Then.
I'm on a Monty Python binge.
Ah!
Lemon curry? Anyway.
But yes, so far Loki has been a lot of. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's been a lot of fun. Yeah,
Yes.
it's a lot.
It's very it's a bit
Frivolity?
Lynchian without making you feel like someone's gonna kill you. There's some very surreal humor. Like Please confirm that this is everything you've ever said and
Oh my
signed
god, I
here.
love that. I love that part. Like I rewatched episode 1 yesterday, and I was like,
Are you
it's like,
are you a
what?
robot? Are you a robot? Please confirm that you are not a robot. I'm like,
Like that whole sequence felt very Python-esque.
right?
I love it. It's amazing.
The first
Right.
episode.
It's amazing. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah. So, let's start with the first episode. Like, he gets captured, and like, and this is a different Loki than the Loki that we've come to know and love.
Yeah, because this Loki has not gone through the hero's journey that was
The Fall of
the other two
Asgard.
Thor movies.
This is essentially
Yes.
the Loki that we've seen in the Avengers, and that's it. The
First
first Avengers.
Avengers.
the still naughty
Yeah.
Loki, who has a bit
Kononia.
of maybe this
Kononia.
is wrong, but I'm still naughty.
Kononia.
And then you have Owen Wilson.
Yeah, which I realized that they've actually teamed up before, like in a
Yeah.
previous movie.
Huh?
Oh, what the fuck was it? Where not Midnight in Paris.
No,
Was it Midnight in Paris? Oh, okay.
Who did Tom Hiddleston play?
What? Was it Midnight in Paris? It was. There were the words Paris and
Yeah,
Midnight.
Midnight in Paris.
That would be
Midnight
Midnight in
in
Paris.
Hiddleston played F. Scott Fitzgerald.
Yes.
Ah,
And then
Scott
Owen Wilson
Fitzgerald.
pulled a prank on him and said, "Yeah, it's a time travel."
But a slightly disappointing thing about Owen Wilson, the director has confirmed that Owen Wilson will not say "wow" in this series.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Come on. What the oh, who cares?
I do. I just want to.
We've been waiting for that.
See?
Loki does something fantastic. Like,
Wow.
wow.
Yeah, confirmed he will not say it.
You're not fun anymore.
But being Marvel, I mean, he could be told that he was not going to say it, and then at some point he said it. Like, yeah, yeah.
Maybe.
In an interview.
Even wow, they have
Sorry.
to be like, maybe not, maybe it is, maybe it's not. Still secretive.
What do you guys think about the whole bit? I mean, a good chunk of episode 1 is just Tom Hiddleston and Owen Wilson watching DVD extras of all of the past 10 years of Marvel movies.
To be honest,
Let's watch these deleted scenes.
To be
Quick.
honest, I quite like that because one, for an audience, it helps us revisit some of the best bits of Loki and Avengers. And then also, when you see the after bit of when Loki discovers what's going to happen to him and what happens to his family and Asgard, then it's like, this is a side of Loki we have not seen before. This is the more humane, fragile side of Loki. Like, him discovering that he's going to die at the hands of Thanos.
How he's
Yeah.
going to die, actually.
How he's
also.
going to die.
But to me, it's fucked up how, when the Loki that we know that experienced all that, he got to experience it in his own time.
Yeah.
And can you imagine in your life to be suddenly bombarded with,
Your
this is the
mom's
shit that was
gonna
supposed to
die.
happen to you? Yeah.
Your mom's gonna die. Your dad's gonna
Yep.
die. Your sister's gonna come back to life, and then bring about the end of your entire civilization that you grew up in. Because
Once you finally accept your brother Thor, you're gonna die.
yes,
Yeah.
trying to do the right thing. Actually, I'm actually surprised he's doing the right thing because he died trying to do the right thing. As a super evil villain, like I think sometimes like the first instinct would just to be like, well, if I'm gonna die doing the right thing, I'm gonna just go do the bad thing all the.
But he's
fucking
not
time.
the god of
Mischief.
evil. He's the god of mischief.
Exactly. He's not altogether evil.
He's a naughty boy.
He's a very naughty boy.
the fuck.
Monty Python.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, we get the first
yeah.
episode where we discover, which broke a lot of Marvel fans' minds, that hey, there's Infinity Stones. They're just paperweights.
I know, like, but like that was. I think that was the point where like the TVA started to break Loki.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, and then he's like, he's just walking away, and I'm like,
Like, it's literally the thing that up until that point he's been fighting for. Right? And then
Yeah.
this giant thing that's more powerful than him, Thanos, has been looking across the universe for, and you just find them in a drawer.
no, but of course, but to me, I'm like, but like, yeah, it doesn't work in the TVA, but Loki, if you just grab some of them,
And then
put
go
them in your
to
pocket,
yeah.
and then get out of there, you will have the fucking Infinity
Yeah.
Stones, bitch.
Yeah, and
Okay.
that's not gonna fuck up the timeline, is it?
No, but like But like, okay, yeah. So then we get to the sacred timeline. We get to the idea, this concept, and this idea of the sacred timeline.
Of which, can I say that I love that intro video, the introduction video to the TVA, the Sacred Timeline, with
Miss
Miss Minutes. And yeah, I love it. It's like so very vintage 50s, 60s.
No,
Oh,
it's very
Let's all go to the
early,
concession stand.
UP something. It's a very distinctive animation style from the actually you're right. from the
50s, right?
50s
Yeah.
and 60s.
Yeah.
Yeah, 50s, 60s drive-through
Yeah.
Americana.
Yeah. No, but there's a specific studio. I just can't remember because I watch so many videos.
Yeah, but that was quite a nice way of
But-
for not only Loki to discover what the TVA and the timeline is, but for us
For
as well.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bit where they're with the ticket queuing up, all I could think of was Hitchhiker's Guide to the
Yes!
Galaxy.
Yes.
And
Oh my
that's
god,
it.
yes.
What?
Yeah, it just felt like that Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy scene where they're queuing up because they want to free their friend, and it's just bureaucratic
Yep.
bullshit.
Take this form, fill it out, go to this counter.
I love it. No, I'm trying to take it. I'm trying. He didn't give me a ticket, man. And he's like, okay, he's going. What?
And even though you could cross the barriers of the line, it's like, no, I'm still gonna go around in this maze to get to the front.
Tom Hiddleston is doing all 3 episodes so far. Like, there's this weird humor element that we don't get to see as much. Where he does double takes all the time.
I mean, you do. I mean,
He's just like, it's just,
he's learning, constantly learning something new. I was like, today I learned.
he's a fucking rabbit from Watership Down.
No, I mean, but I mean, this is the side of Tom and he's also executive producer. Wah, Tom, macho kanal. Like he's also EP on this show. Like this is the side of Tom you only see during interviews, and it's nice to actually be able to see part of that.
This is essentially Loki it's Tom Hiddleston doing
Tom
what
Hiddleston.
he
It's not
wants
even
to
Loki.
do, and the director letting him do what he likes to do. And it works, because it's a lot of
mean,
fun.
And I mean, he is the god of mischief, so it is on
Yeah,
brand.
Okay, one thing that I don't get though about the first episode. What was that weird cutaway about him in the 60s on a plane jumping out with money?
He lost a bet from
Yeah.
Thor.
Yeah, what was the bet? I don't get it. Like, what was that sudden cutaway?
It's just a random fun thing he did, I think.
There's a bomb on the plane. Give me the money. Okay, goodbye. No. What
To
happened?
be honest,
Yeah, I know. And
Was that a historical moment that...
No, he was a famous con man.
this is
Okay.
this
Yes,
is
Nick?
what was explained in the press conference, because they talked about the DB
Ah.
Cooper bit. And that was one of the first things that they came up with, that what if Loki could time travel? He would be DB Cooper, wouldn't he? And it just stuck. So,
Who's DB Cooper?
oh shit. Oh, you don't know the story of DB Cooper? Okay.
No.
DB Cooper was this guy who hijacked a plane to steal a bunch of money. There was a bunch of money on the plane. He wanted to steal it, so he hijacked a plane to get out of the country, and then he just essentially told the air stewardess, hey, there's a bomb on the plane. Give me like these parachutes or whatnot. There wasn't really a bomb, but he needed the parachutes. And then he just essentially jumped out of the plane with this money and disappeared. And no one has been able to find, one, the money, and two, his body. He's
So it was a moment
Yeah.
in history. I just didn't know that moment in history.
like they didn't want to play around with a lot of historical moments and what happens if Loki went to his historical times. They needed to build a show around that. So that was very much the producers and the directors just wanting to put Loki in historical timelines.
You
Which
know,
is
like
kind of
Forrest
like
Gump
a...
did.
It's kind of like a Family Guy cutaway.
Yeah. So is there going to be ramifications for the DB Cooper thing? Maybe not. It's just to show, hey,
It's just a fun thing.
I mean, if that's what the history is, then he did exactly what the history
it's like,
was.
you want to
so
know,
I
you
guess
want to
that's
know
okay.
why?
but all the money just flies away though. I'm like,
But it's like, you want to know what happened to DB Cooper? Why nobody could find him? It was Loki. That's why.
no, it was fucking Thor because Loki lost his bet. It's like, Heimdall, you better be watching.
I quite like that moment. That was quite fun though.
I know.
And then when they go to Pompeii just to test a theory.
Oh, in the
Yeah.
second episode? That
let's
one's
go all
fun.
out, man. Like, why are you doing this? No, this is like, you all are gonna die.
Everyone's gonna die.
Steal someone's duck. No, the weird part for me was like a medieval fair. What?
I know. No, and no. But then they go to. Why is it always Pompeii? Why does every sci-fi show that time travels goes to Pompeii?
Because you know it's gonna blow up. So hey,
it's very reminiscent of Doctor Who.
it's very reminiscent of Up Pompeii.
Oh,
But yeah, it's always in the medieval fair. Like that was a okay.
yeah.
But yeah, so in like the second episode, it's like, okay, so we've got Loki to try and track down this other
Yeah.
Loki. And the other Loki turns out to be Spoilers!
Lady Loki.
Oh, didn't they say it's not Lady Loki?
It's not.
not
It's
Loki.
what's her name? Sylvie.
Not the comic book Lady
Her name
Loki.
is Sylvie.
yeah.
Sylvie Loki.
Sylvie. I'm not Loki. I'm not Loki.
Sylvie.
How many times does she say she's not Loki?
Fine, you're high key. Now
What?
get
the
on with it.
fuck?
No. And also, like, wait, like, so. Also, didn't she have an American accent in episode 2? And it's like episode 3 starts, and I'm like, oh, really?
British.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. Everyone from Asgard is
Sorry.
British,
Before we get
except for the Asian guy, who's very clearly Japanese.
before we get onto episode 2 and whatnot, I gotta mention also when they talked about how there are different Loki variants.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lizard one.
There's a bicycle Tour de France one.
What?
Yeah, remember when they showed Tom Hiddleston as different
can't-
variations of himself? And apparently, the Tour de France one, they just took a photo of when he was behind the scenes on set shooting and just photoshopped it onto a Tour de France outfit.
Oh, that's. Yes.
Oh
Yeah, so
boy.
there's different variations of Loki out there. Oh shit! Okay, sorry. This is jumping way ahead, but there's a huge theory now, because Richard E. Grant is in the series, but he is. But that's
Not
the
yet
thing,
lah.
not yet. And people are
Oh, is he all Loki?
that's what people are suspecting
Oh, makes
because people are like, there's.
Grandpapa Loki.
And also because he apparently
He's
he
actually not that old.
Instagrammed or he put it somewhere on social media a picture of Loki and himself, and people just went, "Hold up." So yeah, people are not suspecting that is old Loki.
He's with no Loki.
Yes.
No, but like, okay, so like, but then, but while watching the entire Loki the other day, I had this like middle of the night watching episode 3, and I was texting Uma, and I was like, wait, like, so like, I mean, so you know, like we got all these variants of Lokis, and they can all genders, all sizes, all shapes, and so part of me was like, wait, this means that every iteration of Loki that any cosplayer has come up with
Is canon.
is canon. It's like they are like just a variant
Yeah.
of Loki.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's amazing. So everything is legit. Fuck you bitches.
But yeah, it's coming back to episode 2 where they go into where Loki reads through a bunch of files and like, I figured it out.
And discovers, yes, they're at Mid Valley Mega Mall.
Right before it burns down.
Yes.
Ooh,
Oh
jinx.
no,
no,
they're
no,
at
no.
They're at Bajaya Times Square.
Oh, but that's a moment that I thought was really sweet because if you noticed, when they went to that little warehouse mall, Loki looked up in the sky when it was thundering. And did you clock that on why?
Well, yeah, because like, is that Thor? No, it's not. Because it's no Thor. I've got a
Yeah,
problem.
because like in in the first Avengers when he gets caught in the helicarrier, he
Yeah.
says like, I don't like.
What, you afraid of lightning? I'm afraid of what comes
Yeah,
after it.
so it's like, oh fuck, he's looking for Thor and he's not coming. I'm like, oh shit.
Actually, I would have loved if in that first episode, whilst they're going through his life, at one moment they show Avengers Endgame. He's like, he just starts laughing. He's like, my brother's fat.
Oh, that would have been amazing.
Right? And then all that sibling were like, ooh, who's got the muscles now, you fat fuck?
I wouldn't be surprised if it was like an outtake and like on the cutting room floor. Like he's just saving that like for April Fool's Day or something. He's like, just to cheer you up right now.
But And then we get into this warehouse mall and we discover that, hey, Loki can do that Tesseract thing all over again and touch people and like, I am possessed by Loki.
But that's a
I
different.
mean, Sylvie.
Yeah.
Sylvie.
Yeah, she does her enchanty thing.
Yeah. But she didn't. Yeah, and then we learned that she doesn't have the same power. Like in episode 3, we learned that they're like how variant they are from each other.
Oh,
Because when they go through their history on the train. Okay, the train, right? In
I
episode
love
3.
the train.
Snowpiercer?
Yeah.
Yes.
Definite Snowpiercer vibes. Like definitely like class struggles. And I'm like,
The second they got on the train, it's like, it's Snowpiercer.
And the second that the people are outside going, they're letting the rich people on first. I'm like, Snowpiercer.
yeah, Snowpiercer. It's a class struggle. I mean, and it's like it's universal. This whole class struggle thing is
Yeah.
universal.
Oh, but I love Loki getting drunk.
Oh my god.
Yeah, don't you love that? And even in the future, old jaunty folk tunes still get a crowd going.
I don't even know what he's singing.
I
What
don't
is he
fucking
singing?
know.
I don't
I don't
understand. No, and then he does fireworks.
Like, I want to ask a Scandinavian person. Maybe they're like, no, it's just insulting. That's a cultural appropriation.
No. Or they're just like it's like when all you idiots do hurdy-gurdy.
No, but
It's when all like oh you guys do hurdy-gurdy. I'm like, oh Jesus.
I bet you that was a song that Tom Hiddleston possibly came up on the spot. It's like, you need to sing a folk song. I got this one. And then also what I love in that train sequence is that it's a very Asgardian thing to throw a glass on the ground and go,
Another! Thank God he's not Greek.
Why?
Oh, the
yeah,
Greek plate
they
thing.
just throw plates on the ground like, L'chaim!
They're not Jewish!
And it's Mazel Tov! Jesus God!
So many cultures just mixed into.
It's Mazel Tov when you throw plates in a Jewish.
I think we just offended, from the moment of hurdy-gurdy-gur, we just offended a whole bunch of people, I think, at this point.
Hail Hercules, Mazel Tov! What the fuck is going on?
Oh my God! Yeah,
glorious.
and I mean, yeah, like that whole.
Like episode 3 is basically like it's a midnight run, pretty much.
Actually, for me, episode 3, watch like when they land, when they arrive, and then they walk through that town, that empty whatever town it is on Lamentis 1, and I'm like it gave. And I know you guys don't play the game, but it like gives me like really strong like Outer Worlds flashbacks. I was like, this is an episode. This is like an adventure side quest in Outer Worlds. It's literally that, like colorful, like fully saturated colors, and like these prefab gigantic like buildings empty, and I'm like,
But that's the thing, you see those empty buildings, right? And then you see these rich people getting on the train, and you're like, where were they from?
where were they from? The other side of the planet.
That town looked terrible. I'm like, they don't live there.
No,
What?
yeah, actually, I was wondering, like, where are all like these look like minor, like these are like the
Yeah.
settlers, and like, so where did they? How? where? Okay.
I mean, I get it. There would be overseers, but I'm like, that's a lot of them.
So another thing I'm going to bring out as we continue, because a lot of things are coming back to my head.
It's all coming back to me now.
That remote
Hi.
where you can just press it and it just reset, like it goes back in circles,
Oh, that little
and how
swivel
Loki
thing,
just took it and like
which is literally like the old iPod button.
the poor officer who was trying to attack Loki and capture.
Played by Wunmi Musaka.
Yeah, that's
Yes, Musaku. I love her. She's amazing. I love
so
her.
annoying. Like to go around and around. Like, for fuck's sake, stop it!
Stop!
But yeah, okay. Now back to episode 3. We are like, this is a very, very brief summary of this. A lot more happened.
Hey, someone's high on meds. Like, fuck that shit.
Yes, we're going everywhere, and it's a bit tough. Look, the conversation changes when we're on these little
Yeah.
screens. So fuck it, let's roll with it.
It's wibbly wobbly timey wimey.
It
Anyway.
is actually Loki is very much wibbly wobbly timey wimey a little bit, and
There should be a bit where he's like, a police box is just in the corner, like,
I mean,
odd, and they walk
I mean,
away.
speaking of like in the corner, like when like one of the like some point in like on the TVA, like everyone's suspecting that's Haley Atwell.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
that's Agent Carter
Everyone's
in the
like,
background, right?
Agent fucking Carter! I'm like, guys, chill. You can't even make out who the fuck it is. It's just a woman with, like, hair. That's all you can see.
No, and I mean, like, you know, what she's wearing is on brand for the TVA, because the TVA is that era.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, kind of like.
So I'm like, I know. I'm like, I'm sorry, but, like, okay, I usually get behind a lot of fan theories, but this one I'm like,
Yeah, I'm surprised you're not actually.
Look, okay, to be fair, when the bombshell in episode 3 pops up that everyone in the TVA, spoilers, is a
Ooh.
variant.
Oh.
Holy shit, okay,
Ooh.
that was scary. Nick, that was
What?
fucking scary.
What?
You was leaning back, and then there was a flash, and suddenly you were right in front of camera. I can't wait later when I edit this. Like, is that going to happen? That's weird.
But yeah, like, okay, with the revelation,
Yes.
she was like, no, everyone is a variant, just like us. And I'm like, what do you mean, just
So
like
Agent
us?
Carter, and Agent Carter could be
okay,
there.
yes. And, okay, this is another...
No.
Another fan theory
Actually, this
that okay, this one might be a bit out there. Coming back to old Loki, that actually isn't what do you call it? The time. What are the the creators of
timekeepers.
that actually
Timekeepers.
aren't any timekeepers?
Oh, that's a
Oh, yeah.
given.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's a given. I mean,
there's some obvious Wizard of Oz bullshit going
Yeah,
on.
And
yeah,
they're-
yeah,
And
that's
they're
a
saying
given.
that old Loki could have something to do with the creation of the TVA and shit.
okay.
No,
maybe
I
that's
want
a
to
bit-
see them. I want to see them finally go into like these is where the timekeepers are, and there's Timothy Dalton, and he's a time lord.
Yes. Yes.
The big fucking collar's like, "You found us."
No, but okay, but like back to the revelation. You know, they're all variants. A part of me was like, that's like us. I'm like, so how many Loki variants are there working for the TVA?
Uh-huh. You see?
Oh, I don't think there are any, considering that everyone's like, "We can't trust him. We can't trust him. We can't trust him."
Maybe that's why they can't trust him, because they're like, all the fucking variants who came before are all fucking assholes.
You did this before.
I mean, that Tour de France Loki looks like a real dick.
Although it does kind of remind me of, what was it? I can't remember at what point in the Flash where they were like, you know what? There are multiple Harrison Welleses, and there
It was
one
pretty early
Harris-
on, wasn't it?
Oh no, when they really doubled down on it. So there was Harrison Wells contacting other Harrison
I mean, you
Wells.
said there was like
Yes.
Sherlock Harrison Wells.
I was.
There was
I
a Sherlock Harrison Wells, a Playboy Harrison Wells, a Matthew
The
McConaughey
imposter.
Harrison Wells, Steve Jobs Harrison Wells.
I was still around for all that. Like, yeah,
Jesus.
like, yeah.
But yeah, okay, the fan theory of Peggy being in the... I don't know. I can't get behind that one. There was another fan theory which the director quickly shut down because she's like, you know what? I knew this was going to fucking happen. You
What?
know, in the church where... This is the first episode where Owen Wilson was
Yeah.
in the church giving the bubble gum or whatever it was.
Yeah.
No. Getting the bubble gum.
sorry.
Kablooey.
Yeah. In the background,
That turned your teeth.
there was a stained glass window of a devil.
Yes.
And of course, people are like,
Oh, fuck off.
What?
Fuck off. Don't you fucking say it. Don't
What?
say it.
Okay, no.
Don't
No. Okay.
say the words.
They're
to
gonna come out of your mouth.
to
Lucifer?
which the director was like, it's just a stained glass window. It's not who you think it is.
Fucking Mephisto. Why does everyone want Mephisto in the show?
You just said it.
I can't. It's just.
Ever since that fan theory in WandaVision about Mephisto, everyone's just been like, Mephisto!
I bet you a bunch of people think Richard E. Grant is Mephisto.
Actually, surprisingly, no. Everyone is really on board with this old Loki theory. And they're like, yeah, Richard E. Grant being old Loki, we're behind that 100%. I would like to see, like, Richard E. Grant being all this, like, sort of mischiefy Loki type. I think he could pull that off very well.
Of course
Yeah.
he could.
Mm.
He's
I
Richard
mean,
E. Grant.
He can
on
fucking do
brand.
anything.
It's
Yes.
on brand.
But yes, at episode 3, they're on the train, to which Sylvie's like, what the fuck are you doing, Loki's like, hey, fireworks!
Out of my hands.
And
Oh.
then basically Loki gets Jazzy Jeffed out the
Ah!
train.
and then she goes, oh, I need to follow him. Fuck.
Ah! Like it was quite clean how well he just got thrown out of that window.
Yeah. Good shot.
And then they're still on this planet going, oh fuck, we're stuck on the sun.
Yeah,
So
because
we
he
need-
broke. Because why? Like like obviously he fell somewhere wrong, and the device, the timekeeper, the time TVA device broke, and it's like,
Whoops.
oh, maybe we can put it
Maybe I
together.
can fix it.
And so they're like, hey, there could be another way. Like, there's a ship that's going up to space to save everyone. Let's go to there. And they get there, and then the moon's
A fight ensues. A riot ensues because obviously if you're gonna like have an arc and not let people go on the arc, like a riot
And
is
then, of
going
course,
to happen.
a giant rock falls on the
Falls.
ark.
And they're like, oh, this is why they never took
Yeah.
off.
And they're like,
It's
And
like,
then
oh,
credits.
yeah,
but it didn't take off. Like it never had us before.
that it won't have it anymore anyway.
And they're like, oh. I'm like, I don't know how they're gonna get themselves out of this one.
Oh, you know how they're going to get it out.
I'm sure the
How?
team.
Owen Wilson's going to pop up like, there you
Yeah.
are. Wow.
But okay, now as a
They really needed to show a variant of Owen Wilson, and it's Luke Wilson.
yes, oh my god, yes. But
But-
sorry, you go ahead, Amelia.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I really love,
I
I
got none.
really love the direction that Loki is going in at the moment. Like I said, I don't know whether I wrote this on the article or I sent it to you guys, but I feel like WandaVision was the more mystical. Everyone, let's find conspiracy theories in every fucking episode. What the fuck's going on? Falcon and Winter Soldier was the more what's happening in the world, sort of real issues, tackling that in social society and all that. And then Loki is like, hey, let's just have fun with this.
Yeah.
I feel like Loki and WandaVision is the way they're prepping everyone. Be like, look, Doctor Strange is going to get weird,
I think they were.
and Spider-Man's going to get weird too. So we need to prepare
Some
them for this
levity.
weirdness.
Some
Like,
bonkersness.
They need to be able to accept that, yes, we're going to go weird because we're going to play with the multiverse and time, and we're not going to play. They're obviously not going to handle the multiverse like DC have.
Yeah.
Because every time DC do the multiverse in TV, it's like, so we need the Flash.
To break
fuck
it
up.
again.
Yes.
No, so obviously we can all see where this is all going, right? One sacred timeline, a god of mischief, at the time variance authority.
Oh shit! Sorry. Speaking of which, yeah, there was that big bombshell in episode 2 where apparently Sylvie just fucked up the timeline majorly, and you saw the sacred timeline
Oh yeah.
splitting into all these things. To which somebody created this like, so wait, they started putting things on these timelines, and in these timelines it's like Eric Bana's Hulk, the Incredible Hulk, like what was the other one that was like
Andrew Garfield's
yeah,
Spider-Man.
all these things that is not in the MCU but is there.
No, but like yeah. So because I was rewatching it, and like when they were talking, rewatching episode 1 yesterday, and then like they were talking about Sacred Timeline, and I was like, wait, so like, but then there's already a multiverse happening with the animation, like into the Spider-Verse.
But that's
the
different.
Spider-Verse.
That's
Yeah.
Sony's multiverse.
Oh really? I thought that.
But that's the thing.
that
Marvel's
doesn't-
multiverse is going to be able to jump into Sony's
Yeah,
Spider-Verse because of
JV because of the
multiverse.
handshake.
Yeah, but
The
but
handshake.
that's like I said, this is only going to be from No Way Home. That's when they're starting it, because like essentially, Into the Spider-Verse is for some reason is sort of its own thing. Like in all these conversations of Morbius and Venom and all that, no one's really brought up Into the Spider-Verse.
Because it's a cartoon. They won't allow the cartoons in canon.
So we're not going to get MODOK.
No. If MODOK does come in, they'll try and figure out how to make it realistically acceptable.
MODOK
'cause-
would be really, really
Yeah.
gross.
I mean, look, I never
No,
thought
no,
they
MODOK
could
is
do
not gross.
Baron, not
The-
Baron,
the
wait,
one
not
that's
Baron Zemo. What's his name? From
Red Skull.
from Red Skull, the other
Red
guy.
Skull?
Fucking Little dude with glasses, British
Oh,
actor,
Toby Jones.
who was in
I mean, that's it. That's the actor's
I think so.
name, but
yeah. Because remember in Captain America
Winter Soldier,
2?
he was a computer, right?
Yes.
I have.
Oh,
And that-
right.
and that was a character. Like, it wasn't just a computer, So I was always like, when they introduced him in Captain America, I'm like, well, I guess I don't know how they're going to pull this off and, bring that character in. And then they kind of did because he saved himself on a lot of tapes.
So old school. I mean, he had
And
access. That's what he had access at the time.
But like, it looks all great visually, but as someone who has had to use a tape to load computer programs, that's how old I am. I mean, I don't know what speed he's got on his fucking. Like, that thing is reading fast. Like, it took me half an hour to load Super Mario.
Because he has the German technology to put himself in there.
It's really bugging me now. What the fuck was his name?
Okay, wait. I'm gonna look for it.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
You can go for it.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah. So
Professor Glasses.
we really enjoy Loki.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and I'm like, it was like episode 3 was quite a cliffhanger because I'm like, a part of me is like, how are they going to get themselves out? Like, no, because there are many apocalypses for Mobius to find them in. Like, how will he know which apocalypse to go to? I mean, I guess they can go to all apocalypses because they're in charge of time. So I don't understand actually sometimes, like, I mean, when it comes
They
to
always
Mobius
have
timing-
that. They always create that rule. I think they mentioned it in episode 2. Like, there's always that rule, like, because time travel, you can't just go back to that point and stop that because you have your timeline that crosses whatever.
But you're outside of time, so you could just go to all the times because you have all the time in the world because you are not bound by time.
Which would make every Doctor Who episode 5 minutes.
Sorry, coming back. Toby Jones' character was Arnim Zola.
Zola,
Yeah.
yes.
Jinx.
Zola. So they managed to pull off Zola in a way that's like, okay, that makes sense. So maybe MODOK is just a dude with an unnaturally large.
Oh wow! Apparently, Arnim Zola appeared in the Hasselhoff Nick Fury telefilm as an elderly wheelchair-bound chemist for Hydra. Okay, so he hadn't been changed into because I'm like, if he's going to be the computer in that one, how the fuck did they pull that off?
I part of me is like, shit. Maybe they can bring Hasselhoff back through the multiverses as Nick Fury, and then Samuel L. Jackson's like, who the fuck are you?
Oh, apparently Arnim Zola is coming back for the What If series. It's a series that I'm really waiting
course.
for.
That's the animated
Yeah, I'm
series.
really waiting for this one.
What if?
But they're not saying it's worrying me because they haven't said any news about it. I'm like, what's happening with it?
Chill lah.
I think they figure out which slot because after Loki is
Nothing
what?
yet.
Black Widow.
Okay, in
Eh?
terms of
Isn't there another TV show?
no,
Huh?
I think
Wasn't
okay,
it? Oh, it's just
yeah,
3.
after Loki might actually be What If. And yeah, actually, it should be because this was also announced with Loki and
Your cat.
No, that was my wife.
when they announced Loki and Winter Soldier and WandaVision, they also announced What If and also gave a little tease of What If. So maybe this will be next.
Yeah, I think that one's the
Because
next one.
right
then.
now She-Hulk is still filming. Miss Marvel is also still filming.
Hawkeye's still.
Oh no,
filming.
Hawkeye's wrapped.
Oh.
Hawkeye's wrapped already. What's his face? Jeremy Renner posted up a picture saying it's wrapped. So yeah.
Oh.
I swear they would not be able to stop me if I was the director. And I'd be like, come on, just one episode where we start with my name is my name is Clint Barton. For 10 years, I was a member of the Avengers. But to be able to move on since Endgame, I have to become someone else. I have to become something.
No.
else.
After my friend gave up her life to save the universe, I need to make it up to her. Because I too have some red in my ledger.
Oh my god, sorry, I'm reading the Wikipedia for the What If series talking about the Watcher. I mean, you all know who the Watcher is, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Head writer.
The Watcher is a big alien that lives on the moon and watches us.
Right. Like the
Like
one
the
who,
perv he is.
the one that Spike Lee joins.
Spike Lee?
No, sorry, no.
Stanley?
Thank you. Kill me now.
Oh my
Kill me now.
There's Spike Lee in space, like. Oh my god, man!
Spike Lee is a watcher. Hey man, do the right thing. And that's the double truth, Ruth. What?
Oh, but okay, the head writer.
Spike Lee?
Those are two very different people, Stan Lee and Spike Lee.
Kill me now. Kill me now. This is a lie. This is a lie.
Oh, that's brilliant. That is brilliant. Spike
Oh
Lee is the
god!
watcher.
Now just imagine like Spike Lee, the
can
watcher, and
see
it's like, could you watch other people? No, I'm watching the Knicks game. Fuck off.
Ooh, okay, but okay, coming back to What If, head writer AC Bradley said the Watcher is above everything else and compared the character to a viewer watching the Pizza Rat video, stating that he is a guy watching a rat drag a slice of pizza across the platform. He has no interest in becoming friends with the rat, living amongst the rat, or doing rat things. He just goes, man, this is remarkable. Look at that little guy go. That is the Watcher's relationship with humanity.
Yeah.
Although every once in a while in the comic books, he'll pop up like, I meant to only observe, but something is coming that will ruin everything. What is it? I cannot tell you, for I am the Watcher and only meant to
Yes.
observe. But you kind of warned us. I know, but I really shouldn't. Goodbye. You're like,
Bite.
thanks,
bite,
man.
Bite apa?
But yeah, coming back to Loki, it's a lot of fun at the moment. There are some people out there that complain like, "Oh, the first episode is so boring," which
What?
again brings me back.
No. You
It
know.
brings me back to my theory of what I said in WandaVision, that we live in such a fast-paced world now that nobody has time for just good actual fucking storytelling.
Not time. I don't think they have they just
They have the time, they don't have the
Yes.
patience.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
they don't have their brains have just not been trained to just go with the
Why is this not 6 seconds?
Yeah. Essentially,
Yeah.
like how the first episode of WandaVision, people are like, oh, what is this? I'm so confused. Is this what WandaVision is about? Marvel's lost their edge. I'm like, for fuck's sake, can you chill?
To all those motherfuckers, read a book.
No, all those motherfuckers eventually went, oh my god, WandaVision is the best thing on TV. Yeah, fuckers. So, yeah, a lot of people have said that Loki is boring, and I'm like, come on, guys, can you just chill the fuck
What?
out? Come on.
Obviously, none of these people have seen a Terrence Malick film.
No.
Obviously, none of these people have seen any art house films. Oh god,
No one is.
all those afternoons,
But I'm like,
or a French film.
oh, yes.
Yes. Again, you jumped in time again in your screen. It's freaking me out,
Sorry,
man.
yeah.
Hey,
I'm actually not Nick. I'm one of the variants, so like.
Oh, I'm gonna fuck with your video when I edit this.
Oh, but
What day is it?
Yes.
It's Tuesday, right?
uh-huh.
Yeah, I got time. I'm gonna fuck with your video.
Oh,
Fantastic.
Because the last episode, I didn't have as much time to do some weird shit because I was creating the template. But now I'm like, what else can I put?
Are we just going to use that body?
Do you want a different body?
No, it's fine. It's a template. We just go with the template.
Can you
Just
like
go with the
Photoshop
template. It's
TVA
fine.
outfits on us? And shit?
No, Jesus H Christ.
It's fine. I'll change the color of your shirts then. For fuck's sake.
No,
Oh, but actually that was quite fun. Like looking at that, what you did, I'm like, this is cool, and people liked it.
it gives me strong saga vibes. I told you, right? That's why I showed
Yeah,
you that.
yeah.
Yeah. You know, like yes. Anyone haven't read it? Like read Saga. Like it is amazing. The comic book
Yeah.
series.
Like that's the thing. Like since last week, I've reformatted my PC so that I can run fast again because After Effects has been slow as shit. Right. So that video, I didn't actually do any of that in After Effects because I was like, I'm not rendering an hour 20 in After
Okay.
Effects when rendering 5 minutes of something took an hour and 20 minutes.
Oh fuck.
It's
Okay.
stupid.
Fuck.
So I was doing it in DaVinci, and I just made a Photoshop template and fucked around in DaVinci, like, which is a learning curve. But so yeah, we'll see what else I learn and do in the next episodes. Now that my computer's fresh, I just downloaded all my shit today.
Welcome to Geeks in Malaysia. You get to hear what happens in real time.
Yes.
Oh yes,
And life,
Oh,
where we
yes.
sometimes talk about life for no apparent
Yes.
reason.
In fact, okay. It is now at 1 hour and 4 minutes. I got to make a note of that. So at 1 hour 4 minutes, I will turn Nick into Richard E. Grant, and I'll turn Amelia into Hugh Grant.
And what Grant are you going to turn
And
to?
will you turn yourself into Cary Grant?
Ah!
I don't know who that is.
Okay.
I'm sorry, the look of utter shock on my face. Legendary actor Cary Grant?
1950s.
Oh, really? No.
Yeah. 19 from the 19
Cary Grant?
1940s,
Yeah.
1950s. Yeah, Cary Grant.
Cary Grant is in
No.
like
Don't want to be Cary Grant? Cary Grant is
Fine. I'll become Cary Grant.
sorry, okay.
And now we're all the BBC test page.
He says this and then like tadamasa to what?
1 hour and
Yes.
4 minutes. Okay.
Okay.
So to close it up on the Loki side of things, because I got a little
Yes.
bit else to talk about after this, but go watch Loki. I mean, if you haven't, I feel like also if you're also a very basic viewer of Marvel, like you don't know much about the Marvel history or whatnot.
Wow.
Okay, I'm sorry. Because of current vernaculars, by calling someone a basic viewer is like, well, if you're a basic bitch,
No, but I'm like,
If you're
Okay.
a noob, if you're a newbie, if you're a Marvel virgin.
okay, no.
shit, they've ruined the word basic,
Yeah.
haven't they?
Yeah.
No,
Fucking
okay,
kids.
a casual viewer of Marvel shows. Yeah,
Oh,
Okay,
damn,
there we
yes,
go.
yes.
a
Jolly
casual
good.
viewer of Marvel
Sure.
movies, somebody who's not really like, holy shit, I need to watch every single Marvel.
Into the lore.
Marvel, Loki is a lot of fun. It really
It
a lot of
is.
fun.
It is Marvel. It is pretty Marvel
Yeah.
light.
It's Marvel Light. It's very surreal,
Yes.
and you just go with it.
And
Yes. A great primer for Doctor Strange.
there was
I think.
someone that I was talking to. I can't remember who I was talking to recently that says, "Yeah, I want to watch Loki, but I haven't caught up on the other Marvel films yet." I'm like, "There's a lot of things that I got to catch up." And I told him like, "No, hold up. The only thing that you really need to watch, maybe just to get a general idea, is the Avengers, the first Avengers film, because that is where
Yeah.
it takes off. Like everything that happens
Yeah.
after the Avengers, they don't really touch upon because Loki hasn't gone through
Like they show you what happens anyway,
Yeah.
so
And-
you have a reference. Yeah.
And I mean, I guess just need to give them a primer on the time heist.
Yes.
Just give
Yeah.
them a short explanation of the time heist and not let them go in blind like some
Yeah.
people. Like,
You're
did
never
you know,
gonna let
like
me
when
down.
we
You're
went to
never
watch
gonna
the
let me
50th
down this one.
we went to watch the 50th anniversary episode of like Doctor Who with
Oh,
our
yes.
friend who is a Doctor Who virgin, and he goes, "Just go in and watch it." I'm like, he's not gonna understand a single thing.
Fuck it, you'll enjoy it.
To be fair, we brought Saj to Endgame.
That is true.
Thankfully, back when we were both in uni, Saj read comic books, so he has a basic idea who these characters are. For him, it's just more of like, oh, that's the direction where they went with Batman.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah, but this
And
is like
why is Miss Marvel so aloof? Captain
Yeah.
Marvel, sorry.
yeah. Again, like not my Carol.
A lot of people now I go like, are they trying to kick her out, Brie Larson? Because like Captain Marvel 2 is just called The Marvels, to which people are like,
Wait, are they using that as a backdoor for Miss
that's
Marvel
the thing.
to pop
They're
up?
calling it The
Probably.
Marvels because most likely Carol Danvers is going to be in it, of course. Monica Rambeau is going to be in it, and Miss Marvel is going to be in it. To which people
yeah.
are like, so are they just going to edge out Carol Danvers' Miss Marvel?
Well, think about it from a storyline perspective. After her origin story, because of her powers, it's tough to write that story. Like if you want to do a sequel of her just doing her adventures in space, it's like, so what could she be fighting that is that big a threat that requires her powers?
But it's
When
not,
the last time she popped up to Earth was because Thanos brought an entire army.
I mean, so I guess you could play nice with the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, but that's the thing. She can solve the Guardians of the Galaxy's problems in 5 minutes.
But sometimes it's not about fists.
I know, and that's why we watch Guardians of the
Yes.
Galaxy.
And
But if someone intelligent with powers popped up, they wouldn't have a problem. She just was like, why are you guys complaining and bitching at each other? I'll go sort this out, and then you can go and pick up your prize. Okay, just shut up and don't call me again.
and can we be honest?
I'm only here because I owe the raccoon.
And can we be honest? I don't think Brie Larson plays nice with everyone.
Really?
I mean,
Well,
Have you heard things?
yeah.
Well, I mean, just judging from the way she does interviews, she's got a chip on her shoulder.
Like how she keeps driving.
Don't we all, darling?
She keeps driving into the fact that, oh, I did my own stunts and everything, and then
Does she really keep doing that? I mean, I know she did it in one.
she's done it a
interview.
few times. I think she did it with, and the most obvious one was with Chris Hemsworth, who's just looking at her like,
Yeah.
look at this Tom Cruise over here, like, come on,
You did your own stunts. Good for you. So did Gamora
Yeah.
and Nebula.
No, but I think okay. Well, see, the thing about that interview was that Chris was giving props to his stunt people, and then she jumped in and said, "Oh, you had stunt people? I did all my own stunts." And I'm like taking the glory
The stunt
away
people,
from the stunt
like-
people. I think which is why it leaves a bad taste in people's
Yeah.
mouths.
Yes.
Because no, bro, no.
Well, she is Brie. you know, like the cheese.
yeah,
I know.
We are all cheese.
But okay, so
Camembert.
yes, go watch Loki. It's a lot of fun. Have fun with it. First 4 episodes when this episode comes out. First 4 episodes are now on Disney
Will be-
Plus Hotstar. So
And then we have a total of 6
yes,
episodes.
6.
Right?
So right now we're in mid-season. So I guess it's as good as anyone's as what's going to happen in the next 3 episodes.
No.
Yeah.
It's really like Loki's just gonna fuck shit up, and then we're gonna have the multiverse. Like he's gonna just unleash the multiverse onto the MCU. That's basically where we're all
Oh.
heading.
Or is he?
Ah,
That's my bet.
okay. Okay, we'll call it here first.
I mean,
We'll call it here first. We'll come back to this episode when the finale comes out. Yeah. But in other Marvel news, there's a few pieces of little news I want to touch on. WandaVision has changed their post-credit scene.
Huh?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
So, people have discovered that Disney Plus has updated the post-credit scene of WandaVision. You know, WandaVision, the post-credits where she's in the cabin in the woods?
Yeah.
Apparently, nobody quite noticed that in the very first post-credit scene when it first came out, there was a silhouette, like really behind in the trees. There was a silhouette of a person with a cape just floating down. To which people are like,
Okay.
Stephen Strange. And they've taken that out. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but I'm just like,
Yo, I'm gonna continue eating my cheesecake.
also to which, how did nobody pick up on that in the all these months that it's been out? Nobody saw Doctor Strange until now.
Because nobody was rewatching it because of the
that
other
is true.
shows.
Okay, that is true. But I mean, Doctor Strange was supposed to be there, but then yeah.
Yeah. And I think the reason, because I think Eva was telling me she was reading somewhere why they, in the end, the original plan was to have Doctor Strange there, and then they took him out. Ultimately, the show is about, Wanda, sorting her shit out. So if Doctor Strange pops up, oh, here comes a guy to make everything right for the crazy woman.
Oh, to be mansplained to. A damsel
Which, I mean,
in distress.
In the comics, that happened as well. But to be fair, in the comics, Wanda was gone.
Wanda was literally not there.
She had a psychotic. She legitimately
Psychotic
had a
magical
psychotic
mutant
break.
breakdown.
She
Yeah,
didn't
it was
even
like-
know
she
what
was
was
a-
reality anymore.
Like even
she was
Doctor Strange wasn't enough. You had to get Doctor Strange, her dad, Professor X. Like everyone's just like, I know we all hate each other, but she has lost it.
Yeah. I mean, literally, she wasn't just a threat to the world. She was a threat to the very fabric of reality itself.
Yeah.
She was shaping reality to her entire reality to her whim. Like macam.
Whereas in WandaVision, she was just shaping a town in New Jersey, and I'm pretty sure the people in New York didn't give a shit.
It's like everything with Benedict Cumberbatch had been shot. It's all shot already. They just decided to go against it. Yeah.
I think that's a good move. I think that is a really
Yeah,
good
and
move.
credit to Marvel to be like, you know what? If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Let's just not do it. Even though we shot it, fuck
Yeah.
it.
Because even storyline-wise, that's the character journey, character arc. Like, she fucked up. She needs to sort it out. And accept that Vision's dead and this is dead and da-da-da-da. And New Jersey now hates her and she can never go back. Well, at least that town.
And in movie news today, apparently all films start shooting today.
What do you mean?
So, On the exact same day, John Wick 4 has started shooting, Aquaman begins production, and Knives Out 2. They all started production on the exact same day.
Aw,
Panavision's making a killing.
wow.
So I'm like, okay, everything's being shot today then.
I mean, I hope not in the same
Oh,
lot.
no. Like, Knives Out 2 is in
No.
Greece at the moment.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I say I found a case here in Greece.
Ryan,
Mazel
you're-
tov!
Ryan, you're really going after the whole Poirot thing, aren't you? Like, you just said them Poirot.
And there's a boat.
Is that going on?
There's a boat.
What?
They're on like a cruise ship.
I was gonna
Of
say
course
he's
they're on
going
a
on a
boat.
cruise in the Nile or something, or like no, not the Nile. The Nile is in Egypt, but you know, it's like a Mediterranean cruise
Yeah.
or something.
And let me guess, Knives Out 3 will be on a train.
What is happening with where's it? Death on the Nile. Like, they released a trailer and then it became just quiet.
The
COVID.
pandemic happened.
Just like Bond.
Yes. By the time Bond comes out, people are going to be like, who's this then?
Oh, this is... Wait, wasn't he a detective? Now he's a spy?
Oh my god, that would be really, really fucked up, guys. That would be really.
He's British now.
Death in the...
Oh, you know what'd be awesome? Like, if I was Daniel Craig, I would have spent the entire pandemic redubbing Bond with the Knives Out accent.
I say the name's Bond, James Bond.
We just keep doing foghorn Lego.
No, I'm serious. I don't understand what possessed Ryan to cast Craig as a Southern.
I'm sorry, but that's a stroke of genius. That's a stroke of genius. The man, like, stole the whole show. I'm sorry, but, like, the fact...
But, you know, it's in the long tradition of detectives with strong accents. Hercule Poirot. Even Sherlock Holmes with his, what's it? Received pronunciation. Yes.
Even within Poirot itself, the
There are many
Finnish
different-
character
Yeah.
rights of Finnish detective.
But the size of the mustache stays the same.
It was bigger actually. I mean, did you see?
I'm sorry,
Kenneth Branagh's?
Kenneth,
Oh, Kenneth Branagh's one just went
Kenneth
mental.
Brothers is a caterpillar on his face. I'm sorry.
Was it described like that in the books?
No, it's.
And Poirot had a magnificent mustache.
I mean, he's really proud of it, and he manicures it like all the time. But like, no, I
There
don't
was
think
that.
so.
Mustache that size, he won't be solving cases at 2 p.m.
Oh,
Yes,
but yes.
So,
that's Loki. That's our little review of Loki and a little bit of geek news as well. A little bit of movie news.
Yes, which we totally recommend watching Loki.
Yeah. Hot Toys is going to release their Loki collection, and I'm like, ooh, I want to see this.
Looking at things we can't afford or justify.
well, I mean, we do have a impulsive collector within our friend circle,
Yes.
so we might still be able to get something like like in a couple of years.
I'm actually like, I've had in my carousel wish list for the longest time this Casey Jones mask.
Oh.
The only thing that's stopping me is like, it doesn't say whether it's for children or adults.
You get it, and it's just like this tiny thing.
Yeah, exactly. No, I want the full size Casey Jones mask. I have a golfing bag, stick some hockey sticks in it, cut out the sleeves of a denim jacket. I'm going to go out and fight crime.
Oh, the hell.
That's your cosplay right there for the next dragon.
Yes.
All I need is long hair.
That's true, and you could grow it out.
That's a wig. Then we can do
Will
a
they
wig.
let me in with real hockey sticks? They won't, will it?
No, they won't.
They'll have to be polystyrene
Yeah.
or some shit.
No, they have to be foam. They have to be foam.
Really?
Can't have you attempting, or maybe the risk of you attacking people with a hockey stick.
Actually, no. Actually, no. Those are LARP rules. They might give you. They might let you have it at a Comic-Con.
Just walk in with a hockey stick. Anyone starts some shit, let's go! This ain't PU foam, motherfucker!
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so I guess I think that's a good place
Yes.
to end it, right?
Yeah.
For today. So with that,
Oh,
ladies
wait,
and gentlemen,
wait.
we
Before we end, if you enjoyed this podcast, make sure you follow us.
Oh, for fuck.
Make sure you follow us on all our social medias at Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitter at Geeks of Malaysia. You can always find us if you're watching this on YouTube. You can find us on any podcasting platforms, be it Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, whatever. If you're listening to this on a podcasting platform, make sure you find us on YouTube to see this, youtube.com/Geeks in Malaysia. And if you'd like to give us some support, you can always head to our Kofi account, ko-fi.com/Geeks in Malaysia. And maybe if you donate
Yes, and
enough
with-
to us, Amelia might make you a cake.
No! Nick might made you a cake because he made the offer. And with that,
All cake.
my name is Amelia Chen.
I am Nick Dorian.
And I'm Kyril M. Baha.
Keep geeking out, yo.
Geeks in Malaysia.
Geeks in Malaysia.
We should totally do an a cappella version of our theme song one day and just put that up instead.